I'm quiet because you make me nervous. I get this total body lockup around you. I can't think or talk. It's sort of humiliating how into you I am.
Oh, my Gyote. That's the opening line. That's like showing up to a first date in a full-body banana suit. You're setting yourself up for failure, honey.
It's a quote from the protagonist, Regan, in Rebecca Jenshak's Bad Crush. And I think it's a rather poignant depiction of.
Poignant? It's a cry for help wrapped in a sparkly pink bow. This girl needs therapy, not a boyfriend.
Welcome back to Heartbook Radio. And as always, I'm joined by the human equivalent of a glitter bomb.
And today, we're diving headfirst into the murky waters of Bad Crush, a book that's apparently about a girl who's so thirsty for her best friend's brother. She fakes an engagement. It's like The Wedding Planner, but with more questionable life choices and fewer Matthew McConaughey abs.
I believe your assessment is reductive. Jenshak explores the complexities of young love, the pressures of societal expectations, and the...
Oh, she explores them, all right? Like a toddler explores a mud puddle, with reckless abandon and zero regard for the consequences. Did you know the author at 25? She's writing about characters her own age. It's like a snake eating its own tail.
I think you're projecting. Perhaps your own disastrous dating history is coloring your perception of this?
My dating history is a tapestry of adventure. Unlike Reagan, who's been pining after this Adam dude for 2 years. 2 years? I've had goldfish that live longer than her self-respect.
Let's delve into the characters. Regan, our protagonist, is presented as shy and introverted, a theater enthusiast who...
A theater enthusiast who can't even act her way out of a paper bag? She's basically Bella Swan. But instead of sparkling vampires, she's got a hockey player with commitment issues.
Adam, the object of her affection, is described as a serial monogamist. A fascinating paradox, wouldn't you agree?
It's a red flag the size of Texas. He's basically a relationship hopper. He's like, oh, this one's not working out? Time to trade her in for a newer model. He probably has a spreadsheet of ex-girlfriends.
I think you're being unfair. He clearly has a desire for connection, even if his methods are unconventional. He says, and I quote, "I want you to be mine in every way. I want to do boyfriend things for you. Take you on dates, walk you home, make you oatmeal in the mornings."
Oatmeal. That's his big romantic gesture. My neighbor's dog brings me more exciting gifts. He's clearly bombing her. It's textbook manipulation. He should be on a watch list.
And what of the supporting characters? Dakota, Reagan's roommate, seems to serve as a...
Dakota? Who was she even in the book? I thought she was a house plant. Maverick, on the other hand, now there's a character. He's the rich, unfiltered friend. He's basically the spirit animal of this entire show.
I found Rhett, the quiet hockey player, to be a more compelling figure. His stoicism suggests a depth of...
Stoicism. He's probably just asleep. This whole friend group is like a dysfunctional sitcom waiting to happen. I'm surprised they haven't accidentally burned down the campus yet.
So, despite your colorful commentary, would you say Bad Crush is a worthwhile read?
Worthwhile? It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. You know it's going to be a disaster, but you can't look away. One reviewer said they were jiggling, kick-convulsing, punching walls, screaming. That's not a book review, that's a medical emergency.
Another reviewer praised the book's cute stuff factor, a rather inelegant assessment, but it speaks to the book's undeniable charm.
Charm? It's like the charm of a rabid chihuahua. It's cute until it bites your ankle. And the third act breakup. Don't even get me started, it was weaker than my grandma's tea.
I received an electronic mail from a listener, a Mrs. Agnes Periwinkle, who claims the book is a blatant rip off of Pride and Prejudice, but with more puck bunnies and fewer bonnets.
Agnes is onto something. It is a rip-off. But instead of witty banter, we get drunken confessions and fake engagements. It's like Jane Austen rolled over in her grave and possessed a college student.
I, for one, found the exploration of the fake engagement trope to be intriguing. The inherent tension, the forced proximity, the
inherent stupidity. It's like they've never seen a romantic comedy before. It always ends in disaster. If Adam were a sandwich, he would be a mayonnaise and sadness sandwich on stale bread.
And if Reagan were a beverage?
A lukewarm glass of tap water with a hint of desperation.
So our final verdict.
I give it 3 out of 5 exploding hockey pucks. It's a mess, but it's an entertaining mess.
I'm going to be generous and award it 7 out of 10 misplaced declarations of love. It has its flaws, but it also possesses a certain raw emotionality.
Raw emotionality, it's like a raw sewage leak. But hey, at least it's not boring.
Join us next week on Heartbook Radio when we'll be discussing the existential dread of a sentient teapot.
Oh, sounds spicy. Is there a fake engagement? Does the teapot? I'm already hooked. Until next time, folks, stay messy. And don't fake propose to your crush, it never ends well. This is Heartbook Radio signing off.